Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakadam, to you hopefully elect out there. And just through the spirit, I'm back with a quick video, because the thing about it, you see, with Esau, his worst fears, his worst nightmare is coming to pass, man. You see, with this whole thing with Kyrie Irving and these so-called celebrities that are pretty much because you see again the thing, Esau, he spent all type of resources to keep this truth from coming out to the forefront. All right. And the fact that it's out there now to the point where, you got these so-called celebrities are, the Lord's putting a certain spirit on certain of these celebrities to say certain things, you see, which is through the spirit of the Lord is going to cause Esau, is going to force Esau's hand. The Lord's forcing Esau to make a move, you see. And this is, again, something that they're terrified of. Like I said, their worst nightmares are coming to pass, man. Because, again, being the fact that they spend all type of resources to keep this truth from coming out. Well, hey, as I've been saying, probably going to continue to say, the cat is out the bag now, you see. But I'm going to get this real quick in Revelation chapter 11, verse, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. In 2 Corinthians chapter 13, because if he was wise in any way, he would have he wouldn't have said anything to these guys, that are, supposedly they're anti-isms, all right, and supposedly, spreading hate speech and all that nonsense, you see. But like I said, if Esau was wise in any way, then he wouldn't. If this wasn't such a big deal, then why? Because you see what Esau's doing to these guys like Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, you see, is gonna cause a lot of Jakes to inquire. It's gonna cause a lot of Jakes to start asking even more questions. Because again, if this wasn't a big deal, if we're just so-called conspiracy theorists or whatever, then why go these extra measures to try to keep a lid on this? Well, you see, let me get this real quick in 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. It says, "For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth." So you see, because whatever Esau does, it's only gonna, be beneficial for the truth. As much as he tries to, demonize and castrate, or I'll say buck break spiritually with these celebrities and whatnot, call him crazy and, do whatever he does. You see, like I said, the fact that they're going the extra mile, they're doing extra to these celebrities, for the most part, is going to cause more Jake to wake up. It's going to cause more Jake to explore, ask questions, inquire, man. So you see, it's going to be more beneficial. And you see, hey, me personally, just speaking as a man, the fact that Yahweh Shema Shai is putting a certain spirit on certain of these celebrities to say certain things, all right. You see, on these major platforms or whatnot, you see, because, the message has been going out for decades, all right. The truth has been out there, but the fact that the Lord is using certain celebrities, even more, because, now you got with these celebrities and athletes and whatnot, start to boycott. They want to boycott the NBA and whatnot. You see, because again, hey, whatever Esau does, man, like I just read, you can do nothing for the against the truth, but for it. Because you see, a lot of this is going to end up backfiring on Esau. Because going back to Kanye West, here it is. They again broke this man in public. You see, but you actually got a lot of people that are actually supporting Kanye. Because a lot of people are starting to, they've been waking up to the fact that these small hatters are the damn devil, man. And I'll just keep it at that, because I mean, part of what these guys are saying, I mean, there's no lie in it, because hey, these small hats, they run everything. They control everything. You see, that's not any form of hate speech or anything like that. That's just the truth. These small hats, they run everything. From the music industry, Hollywood, they run everything. They control everything. You see, and people are starting to find that out. And like I said, with Kanye, hey, a lot of people are actually in support of him. So you see, this is going to end up backfiring on Esau. And like I said, the Lord is forcing him to make his move, man. He's forcing his hand. You see, so hey, man, the persecution is right around the corner, because hey, Revelation 12:12, the devil, knowing that he had but a short time, he's going to come down with that great wrath, man. You see, but nevertheless, this is going to cause Jake to ask more questions. It's going to cause Jake to inquire, because I was going to make it to the point, going back to my point, like I said, just my humble opinion, the fact that this truth has been out there for decades, but the fact that now the Lord is using, certain of these celebrities, because now you got guys like Floyd Mayweather speaking up, saying something. It's a hot topic right now, It's a hot topic right now, dealing with the Israelites and, stuff like that. You see, well, now that you got celebrities talking about this, like I said, just my humble opinion, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, he could be, because we know this thing is about to wrap up. The Lord is about to shut this ministry up. And you see, the fact that the Lord is using certain celebrities, because I think that more and more celebrities are going to come out and speak up and start saying certain things, because Jake is getting tired, man. Jake is getting sick and fed up. And Esau, his lies aren't, they're not as effective as they once were. You see, get this real quick in Isaiah 10, which, ultimately this is going in, mainly this is talking about the elect, but it's getting to a point where even 2/3 again, they're getting to a point where it's like, man, the hell with Esau, and, the hell with Esau, man. And then, because again, like I said, Esau, his lies, they're wearing off, man. People aren't buying it no more. People aren't falling for it anymore. So this is why Esau is going to come down, that great wrath. But Isaiah 10:20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, again talking about the elect, because only the elect are going to completely detach from Esau and his lies. They're not going to trust in his system. All right, his support. All right. You see, the elect are going to, just, completely be detached. It says, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So, again, ultimately, only the elect are going to have this mindset, but it's to the, it's going to get to a point where even 2/3 are going to start saying the hell with Esau and his system. Even 2/3, a lot of 2/3 are going to just not believe in his lies anymore. They're going to stop trusting Esau. You see, and again, this is what Esau is afraid of, man. This is what he's terrified of. His worst nightmare is coming to pass, man. Because again, they spend all type of resources to keep this truth from going out, and to keep so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians from finding out who they really are. Esau spent all type of resources to prevent this. But again, as I read, you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. So it's going to end up backfiring on Esau. But Revelation chapter 11, verse Revelation 11:11, it says, And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So you see, because they were coming back into the scriptures talk about how our minds are being stirred up. We're coming back into the remembrance of our heritage, our true nationality, which means, because it's not just Esau, all these nations have, partook in keeping us in a state of slumber, not knowing who we were, keeping us in a state of ignorance. All the nations had a hand in it, but mainly Esau, Edom, because there's no benefit for them in us knowing who we are. If anything, it means servitude for the nations. You see? So that's why when you read verse 9, it says, in the day of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half. Because again, all the nations partook in our downfall and benefited off of it. Because there's no benefit in us knowing who we were, because hey, once we plug into the source, then no one can touch us. And that's what we're doing. We're plugging back into the source. It says, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. So they weren't going to, they're not going to tell us who we are. All right. They want to keep us in a dead state. But the fact that we've been quickened through the Spirit of the Lord, we've been brought back to life, and we're standing upon our feet. This is why, hey, Esau, hey, they're afraid. They're terrified. It's a dreadful thing, man. To Esau and the other nations. They're terrified. You see? But like I said, the Lord's forcing them to move their hands, and hey, this is only gonna more and more, like I said, be more beneficial for the truth. All right, because hey, the Lord could use these celebrities to wake up more of the elect, because that's what it's about ultimately. More of the elect could be woken up. All right. You see? And again, the fact that the Lord is using these celebrities now more and more, hey, no one's going to have the excuse to say I didn't know, because now you got celebrities. Celebrities are talking about this. Like I said, this is a hot topic now. Now celebrities are talking about this. You see? So no one's going to have the excuse, man, to say they didn't know. No one's going to have the excuse to say they didn't know. But I want to get this in Ezekiel 37. Because again, no matter what Esau does, man, it's only going to be beneficial for the truth. This is just going to cause more Jake to wake up, more Jake to realize, more Jake to inquire, ask questions, right? So Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel 37, and because this pretty much is what's going on right now. Ezekiel 37, I start at verse 5. It says, thus saith the Lord, power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Again, talking about the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, again, it's reviving us, man. We're being brought back to life, because hey, in this valley, because often certain precepts, when it talks about that valley or the land of darkness, all right, like Psalm 23, that valley of the shadow of death, Job mentioned it with this valley. All right. This chapter, Ezekiel 37, is going into that valley of dry bones, right? Mainly talking about America. You see? Mainly talking about America. Well, hey, we're being brought back to life, man. And breath has been entered into us. We're being brought back to life. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. Verse 6, it says, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bones, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, or breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet in exceeding great army. So you see, standing in great boldness, standing in great boldness before those that afflicted us, condemning them, letting them know what their what their judgment is, and what's coming down the pipes, what's in store for them, boldly, man. You see, hey, Esau, he's terrified. This is what he's terrified of, because this is what you got, man. Going back to verse 7 again, it said, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. So this is what's going on right now, man. The shaking of the bones, man. All right, Jake is waking up, man. Being brought back to life, man. You see, hey, man, it's to a point where you even got 2/3 Israelites that know about, they know the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. Now they're wicked, but even some of 2/3 are they know the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. Like I said, they're wicked because just because you know the names doesn't mean you're going to get saved. You see, but nevertheless, even 2/3, they know that some of the 2/3 know the names of the Lord, man. You got one of the brothers in the camp. He mentioned how Jake, man, rode by blasting the elder Malcolm, if I'm not mistaken. But I think he said he was smoking a joint or something, smoking a blunt or whatever. You see, blasting the elder Malcolm up. So just show again that, hey, this truth is out there, and Jake knows what's up. Now 2/3 are they gonna stick with it and ride with this? No, they're not. But nevertheless, that's why I said, hey, because no one can say they didn't know. Because everyone and their mama know about this thing, man. But nevertheless, this is what Esau is afraid of. This is his worst nightmare. Is coming to pass, man. It's coming true. The shaking of the bones, they're coming together, man. Jake is waking up, and no matter what Esau does, he's only gonna, it's only gonna be beneficial for the truth. You see, so hey, beautiful times that we're in, man. We're almost at this joint, A few more prophecies left, a few more things have to play out, and we'll be home in no time, man. But hopefully this was edifying. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Yahweh Shema Shai Brakathum to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, until next time, shalom.